I'm Euan, founder and CEO of WhiteHat, and we're also a co-founder of Apprentice Nation. And for those of you who don't know WhiteHat, we're the fourth fastest growing startup in Europe, and we are on a mission to create a diverse group of future leaders by building an outstanding alternative to university through apprenticeships.
Can you tell us one of your successful apprenticeship stories?
Yeah, we've got a lot, which is a good thing. And I guess I'll pull on three quickly. One of our apprentices, Uzma, did a business administration apprenticeship at Salesforce. She was promoted before she even finished that apprenticeship, and having aced that is now a key member of their team and their formal equality champion. And she's actually organized multiple events to help lead on Salesforce's community engagement. She was even presented with an award at the Asian Apprenticeship Awards because of the many things she's done. And then another great example is one of our apprentices called Annie, who was a WhiteHat apprentice at Facebook. She started off doing digital marketing and marketing science, ended up being recruited into one of their tech teams after people witnessed how impressive her programming skills were. And actually, one of the Python scripts she wrote is now being used by many of their global clients. And Annie spoke at International Women's Day on a youth panel and was so impressive, one of Facebook's US directors invited her out to Seattle to work on a new product launch with their team. And then probably the third example I'll share is of Jamila, who was a WhiteHat apprentice at Google. And she was working with clients across gaming, music, and film. She joined WhiteHat's community leadership team while she was there and started doing public speaking. She subsequently joined us directly at WhiteHat. She's now president of our apprentice community, and she's appeared on BBC News, Talk Radio, been featured in national newspapers. So those are just three examples of apprentices who are literally doing some of the best jobs that people could ask for, not having gone to university, having taken a different path, and are being incredibly successful.
We know that there are many benefits to apprenticeships, but understand that not everyone will take that route. What qualities will enable people to move far regardless of their chosen route?
So you've got to be really open-minded on this. And look, if you look at the global situation, and even putting the pandemic to one side, as many as 85% of the jobs that people are doing in 2030 don't exist today. And in fact, what the pandemic and COVID have done is they've just accelerated all of this digital transformation. And schools aren't really able to prepare young people for this and what's coming in the labor market. And universities aren't teaching people the skills they need to be successful. So actually, if you look at what employers need and want, they want people with technical skills. They want people with operational business skills. They want people who can combine those skills with drive, with grit, with high levels of motivation, and actually an ability to think differently.
And the last question, what do you think the key to success is?
If I had a really easy answer for that, I'd tell you straight away. I think the things that we see that consistently matter for our apprentices who are successful are high levels of what I call intent. So basically kind of motivation, desire, an ability to get up in the morning and want to prove themselves and be the best versions of themselves. Conscientiousness is something I rate really highly, which is just caring about the small details and actually taking ownership of your situation. If you see something that's broken, you go and fix it because you've just got the kind of personality that is restless to change and improve things. Employers love those skills. And then crucially, people who are willing to learn and are coachable. No one is ever the finished article. We are all on some stage of a learning journey, and you've got to be incredibly open-minded about feedback that you get. You should never be defensive when you hear that feedback, and just constantly think, how can I use what I'm being told to improve? And it is the best way to unlock your potential. And those kinds of skills matter so much. I mean, if you look at what we are looking for at WhiteHat, character, intelligence, coachability, track record, all of these things you can prove through an apprenticeship, and you can improve them as well.
Thank you so much for joining us, Euan, and for all your great advice. I'm sure that there are lots of great takeaways for the people watching today, so thank you.
My pleasure. Hopefully it was helpful.